Hola chicos! We are here to study and review the AR verb conjugations. What are AR verbs? Any verb that in the infinitive ends with an AR is considered an AR verb. Infinitive? Yes, infinitives are verbs that have not been conjugated. For example, to study, estudiar. To talk, hablar. To dance, bailar. If we look at these verbs closely, in English, we notice that they follow a pattern. They all begin with to study, to talk, to dance. In Spanish, they have a common ending, AR, estudiar, hablar, AR again, bailar, AR again. We do have different ending verbs in Spanish, and you will recognize an infinitive because they all end with an AR. Let's continue. AR ending verbs. It sounds like we're being invited to a wedding. Yes. Conjugation of verbs equals marriage of verbs. The verbs are the bride, and the subjects are the grooms. When a girl gets married, what happens to her last name? She actually loses her last name. So let's look closely as to what happened to the ending of the AR verbs, or to the last name of the AR verbs. Okay, so the party begins. Who will the husband or the subject be for the verb hablar? The husbands will be pronouns, and they each have their own unique last name. We have singular pronouns, yo, I, which last name is o. Tú, you informal, last name as. Usted, you formal. And if you notice, we have the same last name for these three different pronouns. Usted, él, which means he, and ella, which means she. We also have plural pronouns. Nosotros or nosotras, depending if it's a group of boys, or we, girls, and the last name is amos. Ustedes, you all, as if it's a teacher talking to a group, and the last name an. Again, we have the same last name for these three different pronouns. Ellos, they boys, ellas girls. And let's see what happens. The subject, yo, with the bride, hablar, she loses the last name and gains the last name of the husband. Now, last name for yo is o. Yo hablo, I speak. Él, new subject. So let's see what last name she gets. Habla. He speaks. Él habla. And last example, ellos. They boys or they girls. The bride loses the last name and gains the last name of the husband. Ellos hablan. They speak. All right, it is reception time. Let's dance.
Nosotros hablamos y ustedes hablan. Yo hablo, tú hablas y ella habla. O, a, amos, an. O, a, amos, an.
Okay, so we had fun, huh? Now we pronounce you husband and wife. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks with the appropriate last names and give this some practice. It is your turn to do the conjugations and practice changing the last names to the appropriate subject last name. Here are the blanks. I've already done a few of them for you. You can pause the presentation, fill in the blanks. You can come back and review your answers. I hope you had fun.